I've been wanting to do that for the longest time. And when we don't have any music, it's actually appropriate to start it this way. Yeah? So welcome, everyone. I'm so grateful to see all of you here. Those of you joining us online, happy Thanksgiving Eve. We're delighted that you chose to join us instead of watching collegiate football today. So we're glad to have you here. And we have Reverend Kathy Lyons is here with us this evening as well. So if this is your first time joining us online, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And we have a very busy holiday schedule. And if you're around town and looking for something to do, wander on over. So let's get started. As we always do around here, we're going to just take a deep conscious breath and release. And in that release, just allow us to surrender to this moment, this eternal now moment. Maybe even putting our hand over our heart and just bringing up a memory of some time where we were feeling exceedingly grateful. Maybe in this current moment even. As we come together for our call to service, which we call lighting the flames of faith. And we perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all faiths, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. And that fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here this evening. So as Reverend Kathy lights the first candle, it's for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. The sixth candle we light for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And the 10th candle we light for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of spirit in their lives, for the space we hold for them here in our sanctuary, within our online community, and of course, within our own hearts. And as Reverend Kathy lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experience the healing flame of God's eternal love.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender. I surrender. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender. I surrender. I trust in God.
So join me, please, as I speak in the first person for everyone here and online, and how grateful I am to be here, whether it's in person or online, to just express gratitude tonight. As I recognize this presence, which is the presence of God, which is love, praise, and appreciation, and I am one with this presence, I embody and express love, gratitude, and appreciation. So as I hereby proclaim that this evening is a perfect and complete idea in the mind of God, that I just bask in all the blessings of my life for this past year. Each and every day, I just feel so blessed. I feel praise and appreciation and gratitude for everything in my life. And I have praise and gratitude for everyone here at this center and online, especially Reverend Mike, Reverend Dr. Maureen, the sound, everybody here. I just have praise, appreciation, and gratitude. And with grateful thanks, I release my word to the law as I let it be so, and together we say, and so it is. Did you want me to read announcements? Thank you. Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Holiday season is here, so we've got lots of activities. Next Wednesday, December 3rd at 7 p.m., we have the Science of Mind discussion group with Reverend Nancy and Reverend Maureen, and I always find that a very stimulating evening. The Giving Blessing Bags decoration and donation table is up in Sparks Hall. Participate in this annual sharing of blessing bags to hand out to unhoused by bringing in suggested hygiene items. Decorate a bag in Sparks Hall throughout the rest of November and the first 2 weeks of December. We thank you for your participation in our community. We love for everyone to post their glowing reviews of the center on Yelp and Google so others can find us. It would be great if you could upload your own community photos. We're hoping this will help promote local people to coming to join us. And please, okay, Sunday announcements. Okay, and also just so you know, if you need a practitioner on online, you can reach them at CSLGH.org. And on Sunday, we have practitioners available in the prayer room after the service. And thank you, and I will now give the stage to Reverend Mike.
Okay, there's one more announcement. So, with Thanksgiving so late in the month, excuse me, I had my nose work done. So, and not in the best way. So it's still big. I told the doc, I said, man, if you're going to work on it this much, I'd have had you give me a nose job. So we have one other important announcement. So on this Tuesday coming up is Giving Tuesday. So usually we have like a week or so in between Thanksgiving and Giving Tuesday, but it's a wonderful opportunity to raise money for the center through Facebook. And the way that you want to do that is when you see our page, our Giving Tuesday page come up on Facebook, then share it on your own page and invite your friends. it's a way to get your friends to support our center, right? And the size of the gift doesn't matter. If we get 500 people who each give $10, $15, $20 a piece, even my brothers give $20 on Giving Tuesday. So that's the sweetest money we get in here, let me tell you. So, but anyway, that's so keep an eye out for that, and it's a wonderful way. And then to support the center. And also what that does is it affects a grant that we get. We get regular gifts from grants from Meta through Facebook, which is now Meta, and it's because of the participation of you guys working the social media thing with us. So thank you for that. So I'm going to do my gratitude sharing at the end, because I'd love to hear and get as many people up here as we can. So if you're not used to speaking in front of people, we have some things to help you with that. So if you look up here, there's a yellow light. Okay, so you'll get that at 3 minutes. And then the red light, that's the shut the hell up light. That's the one that they're constantly pushing on Sundays for me. Yeah, but if we acknowledge that, then we'll get anyone who wants to. We're going to try and get everyone who wants to speak up here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to kick us off. Yes.
2 minutes, you get a yellow light.
2 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes, you get the yellow. All right. So in other words, you get 3 to 4 minutes to speak. But if you get the red more than once, then you might want to get some therapy about that. All right, so I wanted to share a couple excerpts from, this is from Ernest Holmes. So the reason we can make our requests known with thanksgiving is because we know from the beginning that we are to receive, and therefore we cannot help being thankful. Right? So when we pray knowing that it already is, that's what a mind treatment is, right? Then we can't help but be thankful. This grateful attitude to the Spirit puts us in very close touch with power and adds much to the reality of the thing that we are dealing with, the thing that we're calling into to embody. In another place, he says, the attitudes of praise and thanksgiving are salutary. They not only lighten the consciousness, lifting it out of sadness and depression, they elevate consciousness to a point of acceptance. They elevate consciousness to a point of acceptance. Praise and thanksgiving are affirmations of the divine presence, the divine abundance, and the divine givingness. It is only when we live affirmatively that we are happy. It is only when we recognize that the universe is built on affirmations that we can become happy. So that's our pal, Uncle Ernie. So gratitude is such an important practice of what we do here in religious science, so much so that Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith, he shifts spiritual mind treatment just a little bit so that he teaches that you start in gratitude. And so you can always identify someone who has their training from Agape in that they will start with, I am so grateful to know that God is the infinite power and presence of the Most High alive in me. And they'll go on from there. So they'll talk about the things that they're grateful for to have that shift. So we're in that shift then, there's a receptivity to this greater truth for our life that we're wanting to make welcome. So that's all I had to say about that. So let's just take a moment to take a breath and just thinking about the past year, maybe the past day, the past week. Some aspect of your life that you're feeling grateful for. And maybe through the evening in all of us sharing our gifts of gratitude, maybe even think about what it is we'd like to make welcome at this as we move into the end of the year. Okay, so with that, who would like to kick us off? Yes, please, come on up.
I think you all know me, Jennifer, but I just wanted to say that I'm very, very grateful for being back here at Granada Hills CSL, and I'm grateful for getting to know all of you, and it's just made my life so much better knowing all you. And I'm grateful for all of the classes that I've been taking, and my spiritual expanding is wonderful. And this past year has just been good. God is good. And the animals that have come into my life with the horse rescue I've been working at has just been wonderful and fulfills my heart, and I'm just very grateful for my best life that I'm living. Thank you.
Very nice, thank you. All right. Don't be bashful. It's hard to get up in front, but once you do it, once you get up here, it's easy. Thank you.
I know all of you. I'm okay. I am grateful for having really turned more than one corner, a lot of corners. About 18 months ago, I collapsed psychologically. I got really, really strange, and I didn't even know that was happening. There was lots of phenomena that went on. I had a Buddhist teacher who used the word phenomena. It's a great word. It's all that outside stuff that happened. It was weird. There was a lot of not pretty stuff. I felt that I was responsible to step in and be the grown-up. Went on for years. And then other weird things happened physically for me. It's like, what else can they do to us? And then I had an accident, and one of the things I'm extremely grateful for is a very long-time friend called me up one Friday, and she said, this was brave of her, "What is going on? There's something wrong with you." I didn't feel like there was anything wrong with me. I was just going. And, I said, I don't know. I'm very unhappy. I don't like anything. And I have been for a long time I thought I saw pretty things. I would see people talking on the street and think how pretty that is. Isn't this great? We're alive. We're spirits. I have a lot of recovery from my involvement around alcoholism. I'm so grateful for that. I've had this place. It all fell apart. And the thing that was interesting about this, I really had to I could not do a spiritual bypass. Trust me, I tried it. Doesn't work. I really had to look at what was going on. What color was that? Looked orange. Anyways, I really had to look at a lot of old ideas that I had picked up decades and decades ago, because I was reliving all of those old ideas, and I had to apply the old ideas again, and that's what made me so sick in the head. I had to really work at where it's really weird living a life. There's this place where the rubber meets the road. What am I doing there? What's that? What's going on with that? What's my motivation? What am I doing? And it became so awful to not care. I just didn't care about things. It all just seemed stupid and pointless. And then I became very afraid. It was very hard to go out of the house for a long time. I was showing up all over the place. I did not want to go. Going to Sprouts was an adventure. And I take credit for a lot of the work that turned me around, but I also am so grateful for all the people who just stood around me and were there. Those discussion groups we've had on Monday were so helpful. I'm so grateful for all the people that have supported me. I'm grateful for the professional help. I am grateful for the chemical help that my MD gave me. He just went, "You need help." And what's happened in the last 2 months probably, I really have moments that are really joyful. And they last for a while, and I feel good. I show up someplace. I was excited about coming tonight, and it's so wonderful to just go, yeah, I'm going to go out and do that. That'll be good. And I go out by myself now. I don't have to be carted around by my husband. I am so grateful that I turned a corner of some way. I'm not fully there, but I know that I'm not at risk and I'm not going to melt away. Thank you for holding me up.
Good stuff. Andrea, nice.
I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to feel a part of this church family. I felt so welcomed and appreciated and invited to be involved. It's great. I feel so at home here. I have so many blessings in my life. My youngest son takes me out to dinner every Monday night, and my oldest son's family does a FaceTime with me every Tuesday night. And I have such wonderful, excellent health and beautiful home and secure financial situation. I just never believed it could be this good. Thank you all.
So that was Andrea. So maybe share your name when you get up here, in case people don't know you yet. So anyway, and she helps out with the kids too. So yeah. All right. Who's next? Please.
Hi, my name is Andreas. I would like to do cooking and singing and drawing and doing art and doing some creativity and making t-shirts, doing fun things in the world that I like to do. I would like performing on a stage. I would like to sing on a microphone.
Andreas, thank you for sharing. Margot.
Thank you for the handrail. Small things. So my gratitude this morning came pretty quickly upon me when I realized a couple of weeks ago my health care plan canceled my doctor as a subscribing physician. And I had a panic moment that what's going to happen now? All my health care has been with this set of doctors, and it was home for me, and I felt that I probably survived this many years because they're good doctors. And I did not want to be cut loose from my plan, my doctors. So I had some moments of rebellion and angst and frustration over it, which I'm vocal about. I call it complaining. And I got in a meeting this morning, and I was asked again, what are you grateful for? And I'm already going to say, I'm grateful I have new doctors. I have a new plan, and I'm no longer resentful or bitter or hurt or wounded or wondering why. I'm just change. I have embraced that everything for me now is change. So what's next? Bring it, right? Just bring it, because I'm ready. I don't have to cling to the past, and I don't have to be the same person I was a week ago. So I'm going to meet a new doctor. They're going to give me all the rigmarole, the history, and I can be very confident and tell the truth about what's happening with me, and I feel I'm in a very well-protected place. So my center keeps me strong, my art keeps me healed inside, and my friendships with my community keep my heart full. Thank you.
Very nice. Come on up. And so for those of you who are online, maybe you could chat what you're grateful for with each other while we're in between when we're sharing here.
So, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Rev. Oh, wow, look at all of you. So just along the lines of what Margot, it reminded me of something that happened a couple weeks ago. I'm first of all, I'm grateful totally for all of you in the center, and I mean, so much, the birds, the butterflies, the trees, there's so much to, there's so much to be grateful for. But you reminded me of something that, like I said, and I belong to a meditation group that I just love, and I'm very happy that I belong to it. And one of the things they are emphasizing when we meditate is that oftentimes what we'll do is, oh, I got to do this, got to do that. Our minds will just start running. And they say, well, when you notice that, instead of beating yourself up, say, wow, I noticed that. Good for me, And I loved that. And the other day I was talking to a friend, and in my mind, my friend was complaining, and I'm going, oh, in my mind I didn't say anything to her. But, I was kind of complaining. Anyway, and I was able to change it halfway through the conversation and go, Nancy, get it together. But after I hung up, I felt really badly about myself. I just, why did I do that, da-da-da-da-da? And that night when I was lying in bed, all of a sudden I went, wow, I discovered that in myself. Good for me, along the lines of the meditation group. And that's kind of just what you did anyway. So, let's instead, when we find these things, instead of, or I shouldn't, I'm learning to just appreciate my discoveries. Okay, bye. Anyway, thank you all. I love you all so very much. Really, every single one of you.
Anybody else? Can you set us up with a microphone, Renzen? Yeah. Okay. For those who may be bashful about getting up and in front of people. Who are you pointing at there? Oh. Come on, Chloe, give us 2 minutes.
I am a lot of things on my mind. I'm grateful for my friends and my family. And of course, I kind of done it without my mom. Even though my dad is not here, I still think about him a lot. When I got up this morning, I was kind of in tears, actually. I don't know why. It just kind of hit me, and time breaks. And the first person I was going to contact was Nancy, because she always leaves me right up when I cry, and she always cracks me up no matter what. And that's what I like about coming to this center. When I first came to this center, it was before because I was in the kids' choir at Agape for a while. And then my mom decided to come to be a practitioner of this awesome center. And when I turned on that, when Mike got me started by going to teen camp, and that's why I like being in the last teen camp. I was in Ottawa, and we had no phones back in the day. So then finally I said, so then I asked, I don't know if you guys remember Mary Brown, who usually comes to this center. And I said, can you do me a favor? Can I use your phone? I'm like, of course, Chloe. So then I did. And the first thing that came to my mind was we had a 5th grade, because I know Keith Cox was out there. So then it turned out that we had to get ready to 5th grade. And in my mind, I was so thankful that we got there. And then we had to load up, I would say more than 350 teenagers from the bus to the gym to the cross. And finally, I told my mom and my dad, and I'm like, hey, guess what? We had to 5th grade. I'm like, oh, thanks for letting us know. So then, in my mind, then finally, my parents was driving over to teen camp, and I'm like, no, you don't need to pick me up. So then it turned out that Mike saved the teens. And so I was so thankful that was my big higher power, and I'm grateful for being here, and also a lot of things I'm grateful for. Then after a big day today, I got a reward, because I see that. Another that I got a reward because I volunteered at a senior center today. So I feel grateful for that, and I'm grateful for everybody especially when I'm doing the ushering at this center. So I love you guys, and I don't want to take up my time, but I love everybody on here, and I couldn't done it without the support.
Yeah, so she's talking about the time they were evacuated from Idlewild at teen camp. And I got to go up, and they evacuated them down to the CSL in Palm Desert. So I drove out to get Chloe, and I got a lot of mileage out of that. She mentions it every year at some point, so thank you, Chloe. I feel like the champion. All right. But I got to tell you, the best part of that, so Chloe did this because the kids had a platform. It's a much larger church, and they have like a stage and lights and the whole thing. And Chloe did a bit of, remember that Cyndi Lauper song, True Colors? Okay, she did this whole thing in front of the kids at teen camp. So anyway, it was really cool. All right, who's next? Yes, please, Terry.
Well, first of all, I'm grateful for everybody here. It's been wonderful to be a member of the center for so long. Many, many years ago, Reverend Dr. David Alt was here, and I had the opportunity to have class with him for a year. And during that time, he suggested keeping a gratitude journal. And for 25 years, I've been keeping a gratitude journal. Every day, I've gone through a lot of journals. And one of the things that Andrea said on Sunday really hit me about this, because about being grateful no matter what's going on. And that gratitude journal has gotten me through a lot of really difficult times, and because it shifts the consciousness. And I also do that during the day too. There were a couple of things today where I just said, thank you, God, where I just was grateful for getting through whatever it was I had to get through. I'm also grateful for nature. I love to be out in nature. Because my daughter's a marine biologist, I'm particularly interested in the ocean and conservation. And I'm so grateful for the organizations who are involved in this conservation push to clean up the oceans and clean up the beaches and all of this kind of thing. So anyway, I'm just grateful to be here and to be healthy.
Hi, I'm Dave. I've been here since about 2004, and I have a lot of different kind of gratitude boxes. I guess the one that is closest to my heart is family and friends. So that includes all the wonderful people here at the church over the years. And Emily has ended up sliding more into the family box. This will be the 13th Thanksgiving I've been able to share with her, and she every day does amazing things for me. Another thing I've read a while back is that we all fit into this one, and it said that if we can read and write, we have clean water to drink, and are not currently in an active conflict area, that we are better off than 50% of the people on the planet. And so I think that's a really big one that we can all say thank you for.
Hi, I'm the aforementioned Emily. Ta-da. So on the way out the door, I thought of Shayna, for those of you who remember Shayna. So I'm grateful that I still feel Shayna with me, because her thing was, if you hear a bell and you wonder if it's me, the answer is yes. So I wear bells to bring Shayna in for us. So I'm grateful I get to do the flowers here. And in fact, when I started here, I started it replacing her. So that's great. So I got to do these. And so that I feel really like, even when I'm just watching you guys online, I feel like I'm with you because you're over here together. And so for that, I have Rosalie to thank also. She's the one who brought me in. So I'm grateful for Rosalie and Chloe and Andreas and my girl Terry at home, and all you beautiful, wonderful people, and of course, especially David. We met here, and so I also have to give a shout out to my other girl, Jeannie Starrett. We miss you and love you. She's the one who, when I first came here, she was the head of what our dear friend Nancy now does. So I also want to give a big shout out to Nancy. She's humble in that she's glue right now in this place, so that's wonderful. And Mike Carland, wherever you are in the world, thank you. And everybody. And over here, we have Danny. I have to give thanks to Danny, too. And everybody involved. I just love all you guys so much, and thank you for coming. And even when I'm not here, I'm still here, okay? All right, love you guys.
It's me, Renson. Got it? I was sitting here thinking about the usual things I'm grateful for, but they're not so usual. They're unusual. My daughter Heather, my son Nathan, my granddaughter Sydney. And then I thought, okay, I'm not with their dad anymore, but I think I'm grateful for him, because without him, I wouldn't have Nathan, Sydney, and Heather. So tomorrow, we have an incredibly unexpected event happening because it's Thanksgiving Day. We are being introduced to my son's girlfriend's family for the first time. And I'm already creating a 3-act play around it. But when he first told me that he was seeing the love of his life, I said to, he was by himself when he told me, and I said, Nathan, please tell me she's not 5'4". And he looks at me funny. My son is 6'6". So by my saying, please tell me she's not 5'4", he said, no, Mom. He said, she tells people she's 5'11", but she's really 6'1". And I looked at him and he said, for the first time in my adult life, I don't have to bend over to hug somebody or to kiss them. So I'm grateful for that for him. I'm grateful for that. I am grateful for my kid's dad on so many different levels. I despised grocery shopping, and for the whole time we were married, he did all the grocery shopping. So I look back in retrospect. When I started this year with a talk at Burbank Unity, I told him it was a 9-year, which means completion, that things that we did this year were preparing us to complete chores, to complete maybe relationships, to complete things that we should have done for years that haven't done, because this coming year, 2026, is a 1 year. It's new beginnings. So we have, only a month and a few days to clean up the master closet, the shed out in the backyard, all of those things. And I'm just sitting here that I'm so grateful that one of the things on my Christmas list is to have the kids come and help me. My daughter's ruthless when it comes to throwing my stuff away. So to have her come and help me do that, I'm grateful for that. Look, I am so grateful that when I left Westlake, I came here with a soft place to land. And that the love and appreciation that I have for this bozo right here is never ending. Never ending. And that the first time I met him, I knew he was a candidate for ministry, even though he resisted it for quite a little while. So what I need you to understand, Reverend Nancy has been a stalwart companion through these last 30 years. Almost Reverend Nancy Shriver has been a similar stalwart companion for these last 30 years. And Reverend Kathy, back here behind us. It used to be that when I pulled into the parking lot and I saw Sherry Quander's car, Reverend Sherry Quander's car, I knew all's right with the world. But when I see Nancy's car, or Kathy's car, or Reverend Mike's car, or I hear the footsteps of Nancy Shriver walking to church, I know that all's right with the world. We are blessed by the people in this congregation because we are blessed with our fearless leader. And, don't take anything for granted. Don't ever take anything for granted. It's a new beginning in 2026, and I think on so many different levels for so many of us. Be the best of us becoming the best of us, and everything else will fall into place.
Yeah, please, I'm sorry. Brett, come on up.
Hi, most of you know me. I'm Kathy Lyons, one of the staff ministers here. And one of the things that I'm so grateful for is my family. I don't have a very large family, but I know that we all look out for one another. My brother had surgery a little over a month ago. He's now recovering, but I found during that time that just all of us were supportive of one another. And my niece lives in another country. She came out last week, and we spent a lot of time together. It was really nice. And this center, I'm just so thrilled with this. I've been here probably almost 28 years. I moved from Burbank down the street over at Woodley and Chatsworth, and so I'm 7 minutes away. I love that. I love serving here and being real involved, and I love all the people here too. I find that friendships and family, that's really the most important thing, is to be connected with others. Even though I'm an introvert and I do like my time alone, but I also cherish my friendships and my family and my cats. Thank you very much.
Okay, on the microphone. Start singing it, Eddie.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Is it work? Is it on? Yeah. Hi. I don't know. I didn't have anything planned, but I am very thankful to everybody here that I've gotten to know in the past. It's almost been a year and a half, a year and 4 months, but it has been really a blessing to me to be able to get to know people in a different light. And I think that one thing that touches me, I feel like all of my interactions with everyone are different, but there's always something special about talking to someone, even if it's just a couple of sentences here and there on a Sunday, or a walk by and a hello, or, seeing smiling faces. It's been a real joy to me, and it really has given me a lot. And so I'm very, very thankful for that. And I feel that there has been support given to me by some that has just been so outstanding, so amazing, and I really appreciate that. And so thank you, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
All right, so for those of you at home, that was our administrator, Danny. And so I've asked Renzen to read a few of the comments off of the chat for the people watching on YouTube. So here you go, Renzen.
Thank you, Rev. So, just bear with me. These are, internet usernames. So, Starlight 4060 says they're grateful for breath of life. We also have Lisa, who is the one who moderates the chat, and she's just thankful that the church live stream services are here, to keep the spiritual community alive. And she's also thankful for Reverend Maureen, so that's a little added bonus for you. She also writes, "Be the best of us, becoming the best of us, and everything will fall into place."
All right, thank you, Renzen.
Yeah.
Did you have anything to add yourself?
I'll keep it brief. I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my girlfriend. Thankful for my family. I'll echo Kathy. Thankful for my cats, and I'm thankful for being able to do what I love, be around people that I love, and overall, just being in a place where I'm able to be myself.
Yes, Rev, come on up.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. It's very nice. I'm really grateful. I was thinking about talking about how long you've been here. I came here in 1978, so I'm sitting here looking. I'm the one that can welcome all of you. And thank y'all for keeping my church going, because I see it as my church. I claim it. I embrace it. And I am so grateful for this philosophy. And because to me, all of you are part of the gifts of this philosophy. And all the consciousness that I'm hearing you share is a part of that gift. And this year has been one of those quantum leap years for me in this philosophy, because I have learned that this is a continuous process more than ever, and that I don't have to worry about it because I'm going to keep growing no matter what. And so I found out that gratitude is one of the things that tells me my heart is open, and then Spirit can pour it in. And it's the best way to allow the dreams of the heart to come true, is to just stay in a consciousness of gratitude. And thank you. I'm sitting here thinking, the ministers of this church have been some of my best friends, and that friends that I'll never lose, never leave me. And I've had some good, very times, excellent times, and we've shared some awesome times of conversation. This is a wonderful place to be. Yeah, life is very good to me. And Bunny, yes, it is. It's good. It's a lot to be grateful for. I mean, it's just endless for me, what this philosophy has delivered. And so I can just keep on forever. Thank you.
Anyone else? I think everyone's had a go that wanted to. Any burning desires? Yes, David.
I'm grateful that I don't have to recoat the parking lot anymore.
Yes. So David said he's grateful we don't have to recoat the parking lot anymore. Yeah, we did that 2 or 3 times, I think. Yeah. We tried every trick there was until finally we said, let's just tear this thing out. Yeah. So for myself then, yellow light's going off already. Of course, I'm grateful for my wife Stephanie, of course, and my son and my wee grandson Jamie, who's now 14 months, growing fast, walking, and I don't think I was here last year. I don't remember being here last year, so I've had a rough year and a half. So there used to be a fella in AA who said, after he'd had a heart attack, he said, my name's Nick, and I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be anywhere. And that's kind of the way I've been feeling now for some time. And so this place, of course, means a lot to me. I've spoken to that many times over the years. I'm grateful for religious science. I'm grateful for the people that I've met here. I'm grateful for, we have a pretty large online community, a lot of them up in Santa Clarita from the old church, Robin Goss and Jody Mulligan and a few other names, and then some folks who make it down regularly. And I think of, the people who aren't here anymore, this year, of course, Margie Lyser, and I think of folks like that. Getting to, you hang around here for a while, the list gets kind of long, right? And so what I know about that is that they've transcended to the next level and are preparing the way vibrationally for all of us, when it's our time. But let's not be in a hurry to get there, right?
There's the shed to do.
Yeah, there's the shed to do, that's right. So another thing that I'm really grateful for, of course, is, this will be my 37th sober Thanksgiving. And yeah, my 38 years ago, that was a pretty ugly Thanksgiving. And I was pretty obnoxious that day. And I'm just grateful that that's not my life anymore. And a lot of that is because through religious science, I've learned that by uncovering, discovering, and discarding those old thought patterns that no longer serve me, and knowing a greater truth for my life, I've created a life beyond my wildest dreams that has more than enough love, more than enough creativity, more than enough friends, more than enough health. And when you have more than enough, you have plenty, right? So I'm just living in gratitude these days, and this place has been such a big part of that. I remember when I came in October of 2000, a light bulb went off from the very first message, because I'd been around, I was like, religious science was all around me, but I didn't know that's what it was. And scientific Christianity was all around me, but I couldn't make the next leap from my old belief system into the next thing. And when I was able to finally shake off some of those old thought forms, it's amazing how things took off. And so I've been able to witness that in my own life, but even better than that is to witness it in all of yours. And, being a senior minister really is the best seat in the house, because we get to see all the wonderful things, watch you go through your struggles, watch you go through, at times a despair of grief, and to work it out and emerge on the other side and build these beautiful lives that have love and friendship and prosperity in them. And we get to witness that, So a lot of times, we'll get the credit for that, but really it's, we get to witness it. We get to witness the good work that you do, and to witness faith in action by means of your lives. So I'm very grateful for all of that. So I'm going to, so thank you for listening. All right. So this is from David Whyte. The poet David Whyte, as you know, is a favorite of mine. And he writes this, that gratitude is not a passive response to something we have been given. Gratitude is not a passive response to something we have been given. Gratitude arises from paying attention. Gratitude arises from paying attention, from being awake in the presence of everything that lives within and without and beside us. Gratitude is not necessarily something that is shown after the event. It is the deep, a priori state of attention that shows we understand and are equal to the gifted nature of life. Gratitude is the understanding that many millions of things must come together and live together and mesh together and breathe together in order for us to take even one more breath of air. that the underlying gift of life and incarnation as a living, participating human being is a privilege, that we are miraculously part of something rather than nothing. Even if that something is temporarily pain or despair, we inhabit a living world with real faces and real voices, laughter, the color blue, the green of the fields, the freshness of a cold wind, or the tawny hue of a winter landscape. Thankfulness finds its full measure in generosity of presence, both through participation and witness. We sit at the table as part of every other person's world, while making our own world without will or effort. This is what is extraordinary and gifted. This is the essence of gratefulness, seeing to the heart of privilege. Thanksgiving happens when our sense of presence meets all other presences. Being unappreciative might mean we are simply not paying attention. So let's take a deep breath and know together that we are in the presence of presencing each other. And in this presencing, we are witnessing the glory of the Most High, uniquely individualized in each person here. And as we know this truth for each other, for ourselves, we know it for the world as well, that we know that there is a shift happening even now throughout this community, throughout this state, throughout the nation, throughout the planet as well, that there is a resonance in this gratitude, that we are calling forth a new world order where strength is seen through the lens of compassion, through the lens of gratitude, through the lens of open-hearted and open kind-heartedness. That we are witnessing and calling forth a new vein of courage within the heart of all human beings to allow the infinite presence of the Most High, however they understand it to be, to make itself known in their each unique and wonderful way. That we know that hearts are opening even now to finding ways of peacefulness, of harmony, of seeking first to understand rather than to be understood. That we are knowing that there is love and reconciliation available now. Within our own hearts, we are made whole in this moment. Within the hearts of our relationships are made whole in this time of reconciliation. For the resonance continues within our families and our communities and so on and so forth. And so with that, we take a deep conscious breath and exhale as we each throw into this circle of law, knowing that this whatever truth we are holding within our own hearts now, we release unto the divine substance, knowing that is where the work is done. So we just release it all now, knowing that it is done, knowing it is so. And with deep gratitude and thanksgiving, we just release it all now and let it be so. And together we acknowledge this by saying, and so it is, and happy Thanksgiving. All right. Adios. We'll see you on Sunday.